Hello YouTube, it's Felix from Felix Designs here, and I'm deciding to upload a tutorial for really basic Cinema 4D stuff. One of my friends his YouTube channel is Scrimp. I'll put him in the description. He's a really good player. He wants to try GFX, see if he likes it. So I'm just going to do a simple tutorial on just pretty much how to use Cinema 4D. So I'm gonna open up a Lightroom, and I'll put this Lightroom in the description. And Scrimp for a Lightroom is pretty much the thing that makes it look good. I have no other way to describe it, but it makes things look good. So I'll put this Lightroom in the description. One of my friends gave it to me over Skype, and I'll just upload it to MediaFire and link his YouTube channel. So I'm just going to open that up, and I already have it opened up. But yeah, this is his project that he was working on. I'll end up getting rid of all of it anyway. So goodbye and hello, nothing again. So up there, this box over here at the top here, well, on the bottom of my screen now, is a soft box, and all the little squares in a circle is the lights, and then there's one little light in the middle here. So what I like to do is I always like to line up, you see the green, blue, and red arrows, I like to line it up like this. So I'm looking at the green straight up, and the blue is looking at me, and the right is to the left. So there's my camera. Pretty much what cameras do is they're like a standstill image where you can always come back to the same image. So I'm just going to delete this one and show you how to get a new one. Up here you can right click or hold it and click camera, and then click this little icon here twice, and then you have a camera at that area. But if you're on, make sure when you're on the camera you don't move, because now the camera is not pointing in the right direction. See, let's go back to the camera and turn around and zoom in a little bit. There we go. Now I have my camera. So that's not required. It's just something I normally do because I'm a little bit OCD about it. So pretty much, before we get into the Cinema 4D part, I want to go over AIs and the certain type of file formats that go into Cinema 4D. And like lib4d is a Cinema 4D file for textures. At the bottom left of my screen you'll see textures in Cinema 4D. So that's pretty much just the lib4d file. And the first time that you download a lib4d file, it won't show up as a Cinema 4D file, so you have to right click it, go to properties, and change the opens width to Cinema 4D. Now I already did that, so I'm just going to open it up, and then here it is. Over here you can zoom out and see more textures from the pack. I'll put a link to these textures in the description as well. And I'm just going to X out of that because I have it in my content browser over here. So now since we have the lib4d files, I want to go over AI files. AI files are pretty much a 2D outline of a logo. So let's just open, well, since you're in Cinema 4D and you have a Lightroom open, you have to go to File and Merge. Don't press Open because it'll just open up that without the Lightroom, and then, yeah, just go to Merge. And then go to your AIs. Let's try connecting the screens this time. Oh, there we go. So here we go, we have the solo logo. And I don't know why the first two didn't work. I'd have to check. into it, but as you can see, it's just a outline. If I click render preview, it doesn't show up. So if you click this little plus sign, you can get rid of this right there, and then you have these two paths. If you want to rename something, you double click, and then you can go, I don't know, top, whoops, and then bottom, top and bottom. And there's all the little squares that was messing me up before. So let's see how well this works. Yeah, this isn't working too well. Just make sure you have it in the right position before you separate these two. So now to make them 3D, you have to go to Extrude Nerves and then just drag one of them onto the Extrude Nerves, and then wow, you have 3D. And I had the logo backwards apparently. So, do I? Yeah, I had the logo backwards. Extrude Nerves, and then you can click Extrude Nerves and then go to Caps, Fillet Cap, and then it's really cool. So I normally just do a 1 radius, and it makes it kind of cool. This solder is so messed up right there. That's gonna bug me. But also to navigate, at the top right of the perspective display thing, there's navigation tools. So you click and hold a tool, and then you can move it around. See, I'm rotating it from the top right. I'm zooming in and out from the top right. Also, to zoom out, you can just scroll on the wheel, and you can move side to side. That's a cool little tip, because I didn't know how to do that first when I first started Cinema 4D. Excuse me. So let's go to Extrude Nerves again, and then Object, and then over here you go to Movement. You can create this longer or shorter, however you feel. And then I wouldn't really mess with these if you're just doing a logo, these other two movements, because they make it go in all funky directions. You can do some cool stuff with it, but that's for more advanced people. So now, since we have that, I'm just gonna copy that and get rid of the top and just put the bottom here. So I have a perfect copy of Extrude Nerves, top, bottom, so we have the two things, made them 3D. So that's the basics of a logo. There's also plugins that you can add onto it, but whoa, my Cinema 4D is messing up on me. Okay, there we go. Hold on. I don't know why, but my Cinema 4D is messing up on me. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, there we go, and then let's add some text. So I don't know. Scrimp. So now you have scrimp, or what's the logo? Something scrimp, and you can make the depth on scrimp a little bit better. I'm not going to change the font because I have so many fonts it would take forever to load. So now I just have scrimp here with a logo. I think that's why it was messing up. I was on my camera. But yeah. So for scrimp, there's a couple things you can do to make it look better. You can do caps, fillet cap again, and then make this 1 again. And then you have a nice rounded edge look on the text. You can change the font, but I'm not going to do that because, yeah. And you can do that, and then copy the text, and you can get an atom array, which is click this little square with a bunch of squares around it, and then go to atom array, and then grab one of the text, and then go to atom array, and then you get something that looks like this, but we're going to change some settings. If you click atom array, you get the object right here, and then you go to cylinder radius, and then put 0.5, and then put 0.5 on this one too, and then you get this kind of look. This just the outlines of the places that it curves. So there is a way to change this on Mograph. There's a way to make it kind of like a grid look to it. Oh, there we go. If you zoom out, go to like a width of 5 and then put on rectangular grid, you get a kind of grid look, and then you can do a couple cool things with it. For example, let's go back to the mode text, and let's make the caps a little bit bigger, like 2 steps, and then now you don't see it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to plugins, Thrasy. Well, actually, some plugins that you might want to get is Greebler, Nitroblast, and Thrasy. Ivy Grower I don't use as much, but it's a cool thing to mess around with. Nitroblast and Thrasy are the same thing, but Thrasy is for lower spec computers, so I'm just going to use that. First you have to click Mograph or MoText, duplicate it, and then check this error, this check sign over here, and make sure it's an X, and then go to the one that's checked and go to edit object, which is this icon right here, and then you can make it editable, and then you can just click all the plus signs here and just make sure you click from the P over here to the S right here. If you want to know how to select a big area, you click the bottom one, then you click the top one while holding shift, and then you can select the whole area, but make sure you select these extrude NURBS objects right here. Don't just select MoText or any of these, just make sure you select the extrude NURBS, and then you go to plugins, Thrasy, and then let's see, let's go 25 pieces. I'm doing a low number, but it's just because I'm using the default text, and I have no clue how that's going to look for this. Once this breaks them all into pieces, I will show you a couple of things. Now you can do this with anything, not only just text, but now since this is done, you get all these things from, if you're using Thrasy, you get these. If you use Nitroblast, you get 2 separate things, and if you open them up enough, you get it. So we're gonna go to Mograph Effector. Whoa, hold on. Make sure all of these are selected, and then go to Mograph Fracture, and then select these and just put it in here just to be safe, and then go to Object Mode, Transform, wait, no, UV, Color. Well, I'm not sure what the fracture does, but go to Mograph Effector, plug, or Random. Where's Random? There it is. Random, and then you get something like this. Now I'm just going to put the fracture in here because I like to be organized. Now if you go to the random, go to deformer, and then go to none of these apparently. Darn. Let's go and get rid of this over here. Get rid of the random and then add a new random because that's not working too well. And then go to random. There we go. Alright. So what I was doing wrong was I made a new fracture. And then I needed a new random to go with that new fracture. I was trying to use the old one. If that makes sense. So now what you're going to do is you want to go over there and then you can change the, well actually that makes absolutely no sense, but pretty much as you can see here now you have like a, if you go to effector or click random and then go to effector and then just mess around with the strength, you get this kind of grid like look, and it's really cool. I like it. I haven't used it that much, if ever. And you can do the same thing with logos and everything. So I hope this tutorial helped a bit. It's my first tutorial in a long time. But it's just a couple things to customize your text and just how to make things 3D and just really basic things for basic users. So now what I'm just gonna quickly render this out so you guys can see it. There's no actual textures on it. To make a texture, you have to just drag it from the bottom left of the screen onto the object. But as you can see, it looks pretty good with just the Lightroom. And you get this grid-like look for the text. But I hope this tutorial helped you out, Scrimp. And, well, I don't know. I'll try to make a better one later on. See you later.